All right, I do want to address that this is late. I'm supposed to do these on Sundays. I didn't do this yesterday because I fell asleep and I didn't wake back up in time, to be honest. So, not good. What's up, Art Fairy? Welcome to the podcast. Let's get through the rigmarole. And actually, I might start doing these on Monday instead. Would you guys rather see these Sunday at 6 Eastern Standard Time or Monday at 6 Eastern Standard Time? I've been doing them Monday. This one's obviously on Monday, but I need to know. Let me know in the comments or in the chat. Okay, welcome to episode 6 of the Convention Reviews podcast. This is the official podcast for the Convention Reviews YouTube channel, whether it's just me or I have a guest with me, which clearly I'm alone again. This is where I talk about all that is happening and coming up in the cosplay and convention world, as well as reading convention story times for you, the listener, and now viewer, and ending it out by answering your questions. It streams live on the Convention Reviews YouTube I have written down Sunday, but that's working. We'll see. Is it going to be Sunday? Because I can't seem to hit a Sunday. I seem to be making all these Mondays. I guess we'll figure that out. Either Sunday or Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and goes live the following day. I have written down Monday, so if it streams on Sunday, it comes out for everyone else on Monday. If it streams on Monday, then it comes out on YouTube for everyone who didn't watch the stream on Tuesday. On the Convention Reviews YouTube, and I have down SoundCloud and coming soon to iTunes. I don't know if I still want to do that. Now that this is becoming a more visual show, I'm thinking about being able to do more, like show you guys clips, show you guys pictures and videos and things, and it might turn less into a podcast and more into like a talk show-ish podcast thing. I don't know where this is going, but who knows where this is going to end. We are sponsored this week, again, by myself, or by the ACR Dealers Room, which can be found at shop.spreadshirt.com/convention reviews, and you can get all your fun convention reviews merch over there. We have hoodies, t-shirts, mugs, all that crap that people buy. I have a hoodie somewhere that I wear all the time. I freaking love it. Like, really, I wear it to work. I wear it everywhere I go. And I know other people who wear a bunch of my merchandise and really like it. I see them around cons all the time now, and it makes me super happy. You should check it out. There's some cool stuff over there. Okay. If you're watching the stream, this I mentioned last week, but we'll mention it again. You will notice that we do have a fundraiser going on for a new laptop. That's because mine is literally about to die. This is not a joke. If you were watching the gaming streams I've been doing recently, you know that it like broke down and almost died on me in the middle of one of the streams last week. So I have people to be able to back me up that I'm not kidding, it is dying. So I don't expect you guys to give anything, I don't. It's just there in case you want to, in case you decide, hey, I want to help this guy out and make sure that he can keep making videos. Because if the laptop dies, then there will be a break in videos until I can save up to buy another laptop. I mean, they'll have no way to edit or post. And I do just want to mention that if anyone does give tips to this, you use the link in the description. It does pop up on the screen. You can leave a special message. And at the end of the show, I'm going to read everybody's tips who gives anything. Or if nobody gives anything, I don't read anything. So, just so you know. I do want to also mention that yesterday, this channel hit 10,000 subscribers. Oh my god, we've done it, guys. We've done it. I've dreamed of 10,000 subscribers for so long. It seemed like an impossibility to me. I remember back when I started, it was like, I don't know. I don't think I ever thought I would get 10,000 subscribers. Back when I started, I thought 100 subscribers was insane. Like, who possibly could get 100 subscribers? That's insanity. It took me 6 months. 6 months to get 100 subscribers. And the next 6 months, I got 900 more and hit 1,000. I hit 1,000 pretty much on my year anniversary. And now, I don't even know how long it's been. We finally hit 10,000. It slowed way down last year because I went to less cons. We would have hit it sooner, but this isn't just a milestone for me. This isn't a huge thing for me. This is also for you guys who help me and support me, because without you guys, there would not be 10,000 subscribers. I mean, it would be impossible. You can't do it without the viewers. So I really do thank you guys, and I really do appreciate everything you guys have done for me. You're amazing. And this is to 10,000 more. This is to 90,000 more, because the next goal in my site is 100,000. I want to hit that this year. I know I'm making big goals, but you don't get anywhere by making little goals. And lastly, in the rigmarole, I do want to mention that I have been streaming games on this channel. If you somehow missed that, a huge thank you to everyone who's been watching those. Those are a ton of fun for me. The Resident Evil stream was awesome. I've been streaming Nier. Nier is really fun. I don't actually find it as fun as the Resident Evil. I'm just going to be honest, but I really want to play that game and finish that game. It's up to you guys. If you want me to keep streaming that game, I will, if you guys are interested in it. Or we can go, I'm thinking about, I could go to the Evil Within if you guys aren't digging that stream. Because I love Nier, and I'm going to finish it on my own time if you don't want to see it. But it is a lot of, like, grindiness, and it's probably not as enjoyable to watch the more I think about it. Oh, what's up, Drooby Doo? Bro, you can help a brother out. Bro, I know you're making that GM money since you're secretly the CEO over all convention reviews. Just drop me that 1,500 right here. Come on, bro. Just drop me the 1,500. Anyway, if you do want to watch those streams and you missed them, I'm putting the archives of all of them on their own channel called Cody's World Gaming. Look that up right now. You can find it. Subscribe. So far, there's 3 videos on there of the Resident Evil stream. And, yeah, if you guys want to watch that and you missed it, you can. And I'm cutting out all the dumb parts. I'm cutting out the parts where I share everything in the beginning, and I'm cutting out the parts like when I get up to go to the bathroom, so you don't have to see any of the stupid parts of the stream. You can just watch the enjoyable parts. So go over there, subscribe to that, and let's help that channel grow as well. Finally, let's get into the podcast. As far as news, I have none to talk about. I wanted to write down something about, I saw some post about a Crunchyroll convention. I was busy, so I didn't get to look into it, so it's not really news. I don't know if there is a Crunchyroll convention or if it's like they're just talking about doing one. I know this isn't a lot, but yeah. Drew, thanks to you too also. I mean, this is awesome for you too to hit 10,000 subscribers because you've been here with me helping me grow the channel. Like, you're a major part of this, so you should be celebrating too, man. Even though it's not your channel, but you're on your way, bro. Okay, for Carnivore of the Week. This is where I highlight someone in the convention reviews community for being awesome. To get yourself featured on here, all you have to do is be active. So comment anywhere you can. You can also email me at acrweekly@yahoo.com. Yes, that's yahoo.com. Because I'm behind the times and I haven't changed everything over to Gmail yet. And tell me why you should be featured, but I can't promise anything. This week, I'm featuring Aaliyah. I don't know how to say her last name, or the last part of her username, at least. Kyle? I don't know. Aaliyah, you know who you are. What's up, guys? Everybody's coming to the podcast. What's up, guys? Sorry to break through the podcast, but we're getting a lot of people in here. Thanks for coming and checking it out. I've known Aaliyah for a while. I actually remember I first met her at Mangosirene. I think this was a couple of years ago. I don't remember who all was with me. I think Dakota and Drew were both with me, and I don't think Nate was there. I don't remember if Nate's even been to a Mangosirene. And we were walking, trying to find registration, and she like screamed at us and freaked out and ran up. I totally remember that. It was an awesome moment, and she's always been one of the nicest people to meet at cons. We also hung out with her for a while when we were at AcksonL. I remember hanging out with her in the dealer's room. And personally, hung out with Aaliyah when I went to Mangosirene by myself. Now, Drew did end up at Mangosirene, but he didn't come till Saturday. When I was there on Friday, I hung out with Aaliyah pretty much the entire day. So major shout out to Aaliyah for hanging out with me pretty much all day. You were awesome. And also, major thanks for all the donations that you gave in our gaming streams. You didn't have to do that. You definitely gave more than anyone else did, and I do want to just show appreciation for that. Like, you don't have to do that. Nobody has to give anything, and the fact that you did is incredible. And I want to recognize you for that because you're the true MVP out there, making the world better. All right, let's get into all the cons happening this weekend. All those cons that I'm not going to. Remember, these are all anime, comic, and gaming conventions. I don't do that sci-fi, horror, I don't know, other conventions, furry conventions. I'm not hating. No hate. Those cons are fine, but it's not generally my thing. Okay. Number one, I think everybody's expecting this one. Anime Milwaukee. That's from February 17th through the 19th in the Hyatt Regency Milwaukee in Wisconsin. I will not be there this year, guys. I keep getting asked. So many people have asked me, Cody, are you gonna be at Anime Milwaukee? You gonna be at Anime Milwaukee, bro? And I understand because I've been there for so long, but I'm not gonna be there this year. Last year I didn't enjoy it. I'm sure it's gonna be better this year because it's like their 10th anniversary, I think. But I need to save money. The Philippines is coming up. My computer's obviously dying. I can't be dropping money to go all the way to Milwaukee right now. It's an expensive con for me to do, and it's just not gonna happen. So sorry, guys. Enjoy it. If any of you guys are making videos, let me know. Send them my way. I'd love to check them out. I want to see if that con got better again this year because it was so good for 2 years in a row, and then last year it was just doo-doo. I mean, I have to be honest, but it was doo-doo last year. Everybody who went agreed. Number 2 is BashCon from the 17th through the 19th. This is in Toledo, Ohio. 3 is Con of the North from the 17th through the 19th. And Plymouth. Shoot. Here we go. What's MN? Minnesota? Oh, shoot. I hope I'm not crazy. I'm getting way better at this. I didn't have to look it up as quick. Oh, my God. What the F did I just open up over here? I just opened up the gate to, I don't even know, the inners of my computer. Yeah, Minnesota. Okay, I didn't even need to look it up. Number 4, another one I think everybody is expecting. This is Katsucon. Haven't ever been able to make it to Katsucon? Wait. Yeah. I don't know. For some reason, I thought I read that last week. I talked about Katsucon for some reason. But, no. Katsucon is this weekend. Same weekend as Anime Milwaukee. Has been that way for a long time, which is the reason I haven't gone. It's in National Harbor, Maryland, and it's from the 17th to the 19th. Really want to go. That's a dream con for me. I'll make it someday. 5 is MGA Con from the 17th through the 19th in Macon, GA. I guess that's Georgia. Yeah, Georgia. Never heard of it. Pensacon from the 17th through the 19th in Pensacola, Florida. 8 is Tetsukino Con from the 17th through the 19th in Victoria, British Columbia. 9 is Ushi Con from the 17th through the 19th in Round Rock, Texas. 10 is Wizard World Comic Con Portland from the 17th through the 19th. And that is in San Romano, California. Wait. Hold on. Obviously, that Portland Con is not in San Romano, California. Obviously, I just read the wrong thing. We all know where Portland is. It's in Portland, Oregon. The next one is in San Romano, California, and that is DuneRaCon. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And that's from the 17th to the 20th. Number 12 is OrcCon. That sounds like a... I hope that's a Comic-Con, because that sounds like a fantasy con. And I don't put these fantasy cons in here. And that's from the 17th through the 20th in Los Angeles, California. San Diego Comic Fest from the 17th through the 20th in San Diego, California. Number 14 is Chibi Con, just on the 18th, one-day con in Olympia, WA. Is that Washington? We only have a couple states that start with a W. Yeah, Washington, the state of Washington. 15 is Japan Impact from the 18th through the 19th in Lausanne, Switzerland. So to any of the Switzerland listeners out there, have fun. 16 is Long Beach Comic Expo from the 18th through the 19th in Long Beach, California. And finally, the last one is TNT Monterey from the 18th through the 19th in Monterey, Newfoundland, and Laborer, Mexico. I don't know what the F any of that means. Okay. That's all the cons happening this weekend. Or at least all the cons that I cared about. I tried to get some good ones in there. Next up, everybody's favorite segment, even mine, I love this segment, is Convention Story Time. This is where you guys send me in stories of crazy things that happen to you while at a convention, and I read it on the show for everyone. Remember, if you want to get your story read on the show, just email it to me at acrstories@yahoo.com. Again, that's acrstories@yahoo.com. Remember, not Gmail, because I'm living 15 years in the past. Yahoo.com. Okay. This one actually is a story from Anime Crossroads, because that's the next con I have. It's in 2 weeks from, so not this weekend, but the next weekend. It will be me, Drew, Nate, Xavier, and Megan will be hitting up Crossroads, because it's like 20 minutes away. That's why I can go to this. And it's cheap. So, yeah, let's get into our story from Anime Crossroads. They say, "Hi, Cody. I have a story about my experience at Anime Crossroads. My first year at Anime Crossroads was last year, and I'm so glad I went. I went all 3 days. The only day I had an issue with was on Saturday. I went as Shurie Hong. Don't probably butchered that. From the story of Sayun Kokun. God, people are about to hate me right now. And her consort outfit. I spent a lot of Saturday watching panels and taking pictures, and my idea of a break was to go sit in the video room to allow myself to relax." That is always a good break. I totally agree with that. "The whole front part of the room was already filled, so I sat in the back, which had 3 open seats. I got really into the show and sat there longer than I should have, and before I could get up to leave, this guy sat right next to me and kind of stretched out his legs. I didn't care, honestly, and just stayed for the rest of the episode. A little past halfway through the next episode, my butt got numb, so I wiggled around to get comfortable, and the guy who sat down next to me grabbed my upper arm tightly and began caressing it with his thumb. He asked if I was all right, and being the shy person I am, I simply nodded and smiled. The guy would continue to touch my arm, and a few times, whoa, there might be a typo here that I forgot to fix. Continued to touch my arm, and a few times, and then went for my hand, but I kept pulling away. The next episode started, and the guy still had his legs all spread out, so I began to get up from my seat, and the guy grabs my thigh, applying pressure, and forces me to sit back down. He leans over into my ear and whispers, 'You're very beautiful. If you get cold, you can cuddle up against me. I'll keep you warm.' I awkwardly but kindly declined his offer and stood back up to leave. I was confused on why that happened, because my consort dress completely covered my whole body, and I thought that stuff only happened when cosplayers that revealed a little bit more. Being alone, I didn't know what to do, so I decided to call my mom to pick me up. Knowing now, I should have reported him to con staff, but I was weirded out and just wanted to leave at that time. Regretted leaving early on Saturday, but when I went back on Sunday, I didn't see the guy at all, which made my Sunday a tad bit better." Thank you very much for your story. That was from Selena at Anime Crossroads. I appreciate the story, and that is creepy as F. Why does this continue to happen, is my question. It seems like every single time I do a story time, whether it's somebody helping me, or like, not helping me, somebody featured on my story time, like we just had Royal Lily, that was about a creepy guy, or something that people send in. Why are so many stories about creepy effing dudes? I'm getting really tired of this. Like, start reporting these dudes. Let's start getting rid of these guys. This is insane. And I even had my own story about a creepy guy. If you guys remember the Anime Milwaukee one I did from like 2 years ago, where the freaking Pinocchio dude, like, picked my girlfriend at the time up and did all this other crazy stuff to all these other girls. Stop. Just stop. If you're a guy watching this right now and you do creepy effing stuff like that, cut it out. Seriously, just cut it out. What's wrong with you? Like, grow up. Okay, we're going to get into this week's topic, but I do want to tell you guys to start thinking of questions. I mentioned this at the top of the show, but start thinking of questions. I have no questions written down for this week, so I'm taking them all from the chat. So if you're watching this on the chat, start thinking of your questions. If you want them answered, anything goes. Well, not anything. I'm not going to talk about like some crazy stuff, but most things go. Royal Lily says the problem with a lot of creepy people like that is that they don't think they're doing anything wrong. I know, and that is part of the problem. That's one of the reasons I keep reading stories of creepy guys, because I want guys who think this stuff is okay to realize that it's not, and see that I'm reading these and I'm trying to call them out. Maybe they think it's okay, and then they hear that story and they're like, oh shoot, that's something I would do. That's creepy. And they see that the chat thinks it's creepy, that all the comments think it's creepy. It is creepy. Like, just realign maybe you're awkward and you want to talk to a girl, I don't know, and you don't know how, and you go about it a creepy way. My advice, don't touch her. First of all, obviously, cosplay is not consent, as Anessa just said. Do not touch the person. And then also, like, this isn't Cody's getting dates at cons advice, because I've never done that, but and I've never tried to do that, but don't touch them is obvious. And then also just be a normal person. Start a normal conversation, and if she's not interested, move along. Don't be a weirdo. Okay. On to the main topic. Okay, this week I wanted to talk about how to stay motivated with cosplay and conventions. I get more and more people asking me every day, all the time, how to keep from getting burned out on doing cosplay and doing conventions. Because after a while, you've been doing this for a while and you might get burned out. I've gotten burned out, admittedly. I think last year, I definitely got burned out for a little bit. I had a great time taking a break from going to cons. And sometimes, I didn't even have that written down, sometimes that is what you need. Sometimes you're gonna get burnt out and there's nothing you can do about it. Like, you hit that wall, like you didn't take the precautions that I'm going to mention here in a minute, and you hit that wall and you're burnt out on cons, you're burnt out on cosplay, and sometimes you just need that break. Do something else. Find another hobby for a while. It's not to say you're never going to come back to this. You probably will. It's always good to step away from things that you love sometimes, so that you can get some perspective on it. Step back and getting perspective on things is always good. And then come back to it more ready than ever. Like I said, I burnt out a little bit last year from going to so many cons, and then we get to this point where it's like, man, I got to take a break for a while. And now we've got Crossroads coming up. I am mad hyped for Crossroads. And I'm mad hyped for what comes after the Philippines with all the cons I got coming up. Like, I can't wait. If I had been going to like a con or two every month leading up to this, I might be like, man, I don't want to do this right now. Like, it's been too much right now. But yeah, so sometimes you need to step away if you do burn out. Now let's talk about my tips to not burn out. Number one is, and this helps me, admittedly, watch cosplay videos and watch convention videos in general, because this will hype you up and give you new ideas for what to work on. So this isn't just to like watch my videos and watch music videos. Like, music videos will help. There's multiple different types of videos I recommend for this sort of thing. Watch cosplay music videos, because normally the people who make them, like myself, we put awesome cosplay in there. So you're going to see things that are like, oh my god, that's so cool, that's so inspiring. Like, it might inspire you to want to go out there and make a cosplay to see those people. Another thing for helping you not burn out on cons, like going to cons, not making cosplay, is to watch vlogs from cons. Seeing people there, enjoying it, having fun with their friends. Like if you watch mine, see me there with the crew, doing all our fun stuff. One of the people that inspires me the most to want to go to cons is Dejavudea, who I've mentioned before in my videos, but her con videos, the way that they're edited and put together, it always looks like a fun time with all her friends and her crew, quote unquote. And so that inspires, and also the fact that she normally records from cons I haven't been to. So it makes it more like an adventure. Like I'm saying, oh my god, this looks so fun, and it will inspire you to want to go and do that yourself with your friends. Okay, number 2, shoot for a cosplay that's out of your comfort zone. This is specifically trying to not burn out on making cosplay. Shoot for a cosplay that's out of your comfort zone. It will seem like you can't do it, but that's the challenge that should drive you to work harder on it. And when it's done, it will make you feel really accomplished, and it'll make you probably feel like you want to try for something even bigger next time. So it's important to go out of your comfort zone. The comfort zone is not a place you want to be. I know a lot of people are like, I want to be comfortable. I don't want to be uncomfortable. And I get that. Being comfortable is great. But it's very, very important to step out of your comfort zone. And it will help you to not burn out because you're constantly taking steps forward. You burn out when you stand still for too long. When you notice I'm not making any new progress, nothing is exciting to me anymore, then that's when you're going to burn out. You're going to be like, well, screw this. I'm done doing this. But if you're constantly taking steps, if you're like, I want to make that armor cosplay that I've been wanting to make. I don't know how to make armor, or I want to sew. I've never sewed before. Baby steps, but go for it. Go for something crazy. You might not make it. You might not hit that cosplay the first time, but you're going to get closer than you would have if you never even tried to go for it. And it should inspire you. And if you do finish it, you're going to obviously want to show it off at cons, so that inspires you to want to go to more cons. And when you do finish it, I really think you'll be surprised, and you'll be like, holy crap, I did this. There was a time when I thought I could never do this, and that'll make you want to try something even bigger next time. And that's how you get big in general. That's how everything works. That's like with my channel even. There was a time when I thought I'd never have 100 subscribers. I hit that. I'm like, oh my god, I can do this. Go for 1,000. Hit that. Oh my god, I can do this. Go for 10,000, and now we hit that. Now we're going for 100,000. We'll see what happens next. Okay. Number 3 is kind of in the same vein. That's to try to go to cons that seem out of reach. So this is cons that, like, for me, this con for me was Dragon Con. For years, me and my friends, or my friends and I, we would sit around and we would watch Beatdownboogie's videos from Dragon Con, and we would just be like, that con looks insane. Like, it's so out of reach, though. It's in Georgia, like, it's in Atlanta. I've never been to Atlanta. We've never driven that far. Like, it's so much money. It's so insanely big, and it seems crazy to try to do that. But then we eventually did it. One day I just made the decision. I'm like, we're going this year. And a lot of the crew was like, really? We're doing that? Like, can we do that? And I'm like, yes, we can. We can do this. And then we started getting our money together. We started actually looking at it, and you realize it's not as hard as you think it is. It wasn't even as close to as hard as we thought it would be. It was super easy to go to Dragon Con. It was so easy that I was almost embarrassed that I hadn't done it before. And doing those kinds of things, going to a con, well, let me just read what else I had written down. Going to a con that's out of your reach making things, like this happen will help you because it's an adventure. You're going somewhere you once thought you couldn't, and seeing new things. And doing that, oh my god, there's a train. I can't get away with any videos on this channel anymore without a train. It seems like everything I do, there's a train. Just ignore the train, guys. Going further and further and going to new cons you've never been to will spark that sense of adventure inside of you to make you want to keep doing more of that. After I went to Dragon Con, I was like, that's insane. I want to go to more cons I've never been to again now. Shut the F up. Okay, kind of again in the same vein is to just go to new cons. A lot of people, they get stuck in the same cons over and over and over and over and over again. Like, I live in the Midwest. I could easily just go to Crossroads, Ramen Con, Matsuri Con, Ohio Con, what's it called? ASIN, and the Yomacons, and the Milwaukees, and the Midwest, the Con Alt Elites, the cons that I typically go to. That's fun. That's great for the first, like, couple of years, but of course that starts to burn out because you get to the point of, like, I've done this. You go and it's like, this is just the same thing again. It's great, it's fun, but it's not exciting anymore. So go to new cons. There's so many other cons, even in this area, that I haven't been to for some reason. And people still ask me to go, like, why haven't you been to these cons? And it's like, I kind of got pigeonholed into these other cons. Like, I went a couple times, and then people kept asking me to keep going to those. Oh, excuse me. Tacos. Asked me to keep going to those cons. So, going to new cons, Again, it's the spark your adventure thing. It's seeing new things. It will inspire you to want to keep doing it, and you won't burn out because you're seeing new things, and you don't have to go far. It's not like going to Dragon Con with the last thing I was talking about. This can be much smaller, and it can still help you. Okay, the last thing I have on here is to talk to people and make new friends. This will make you look forward to going to more cons to see your convention friends. This will also make you have more fun while you're there. So if you go to cons and you make friends, it's pretty much what I just read, but you will want to see those friends again. I have so many friends at cons. A lot of them end up being YouTuber friends because that's what I do. I meet a bunch of the other YouTube people, but they're not all. I know so many people at cons who I met that I miss, like, actively, and I would love to see those people again. I don't typically unless I go to a con. So making friends at cons and not just being a loner and not speaking to anybody. If you make friends, you're going to want to go to cons. Maybe not for the con if you do get burned out on the con, but you're going to go to see those friends, and it will help you want to go. It will also, like I said, make you have more fun while you're there because you have more people to hang out with. When I go to some cons now, like if I go to Con Alt Elite or if I go to Anime Midwest, or I'll tell you a story in a second, but I just have so many people all around me, and this is because of my channel, of course, but I also make them friends. I could be like, hey, you're just a fan, like, whatever, hi, here's your picture, bye, I'll never talk to you again. I could be like that, but I'm not like that. An example is at MonteriCon, and I don't think Aaliyah's in here. If she was, she would remember this. I was hanging out with Aaliyah. I sat down to charge my camera at a charging station they had, because like I said, I didn't have a hotel room. I was sleeping in my car. My camera was dying. I had to charge it somewhere. So I just sat down. I'm sitting at this chair in the middle of the hallway, and Aaliyah comes up, and a couple of other people, and eventually more and more people see me sitting there, and we get this whole crowd around me of people talking to me. All of these people, are fans of the channel. Half of them, though, are people I already knew, who I already made friends with. And so I enjoyed being there. I enjoyed talking to them. I enjoyed going to MonteriCon without my friends because I made friends. And the rest of those people, I still remember those people. Like, it was a huge group, and I remember them. I would love to hang out with them more at cons. It inspires me to want to go back to MonteriCon and see those people again. So that's my advice. I don't know. If you guys got any more advice about how to not get burned out on making cosplay or going to cons, let me know in the chat over here, and I'll read it for everyone to hear. Or let us know in the comments if you're watching this later so that everybody can see it in the comments. And that's all I have. The rest falls on you guys in the chat. This is where I need questions. So hopefully you guys have something to ask. I know I've answered a lot of stuff recently in the gaming podcast. Or not podcast, but the gaming stuff. So Royal Lily says try new fabrics that you haven't used before. See, that's a good idea. I don't do a lot of cosplay, so I don't have a lot of answers for that, for the how to not burn out on cosplay. I was more for the conventions, but that sounds like a great idea. New fabrics, and she says try new tutorials that you haven't done before. Great idea. Yeah, that's another thing. I mentioned watching videos. Watch cosplay tutorial videos. Like, those are really popular. I don't know why more people don't do those. Following other cosplayers has always been another inspiration. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, like on Instagram, on anywhere, follow other cosplayers that you like. That's something that I do. I follow a lot of cosplayers I like, even though I don't cosplay, because they inspire me to try to do more. Okay, we're getting some questions coming in. Sammy Donald asks, hey Cody, you mentioned in the past you work out. What's your routine usually? You really want to know this? Okay, it changes a little bit. It's changed recently because I used to go to the gym. I stopped going to the gym because we built our own kind of gym in our basement. So I typically do, I switch off days between bicep, tricep, chest, and shoulders. That's one day. And then the next day is legs and lats. I do lats a different day because I feel like lat workouts also work your biceps. And I don't want to do those on the same day. I get like too fatigued on my biceps to do lats in the same day. And then I also run on the treadmill. Typically try to do 2 miles a day. And yeah, that's my workout routine. I also do abs every single day. I switch off between a light ab routine and then the next day I do a heavy ab routine. And also, it's not working out, but as far as dieting, I do 1,500 calories. That's all I eat right now. And I've been like melting fat off trying to get ready for the Philippines. I dropped like 4 pounds in the last week. So I'm going to be pretty skinny here soon. Well, not skinny because I've been growing a lot of muscle, but I'm going to look a little bit different than I did soon. Peachy gal. Oh, and I also do parkour. I've been getting a lot back into parkour, so. Peachy gal asks, what do you look for when taking videos or photos of costume? Is there any bias you have for your pics? There's totally bias. I mean, it's hard to be not biased in that sort of thing. Honestly, like, you try to do it, it's hard. I definitely have a bias toward shows or games that I know. So you'll see a lot of like Kingdom Hearts in there. You'll see a lot of One Piece in my videos, things like that. Anything that I know, I jump on it a lot more, because that's also because I know how to have them act. I know how to have them move. I know things that character would do. So that helps a lot to get some motion in there. But then I also go for like big cosplay, and I also go for cosplay that either looks like it was kind of hard to make, or cosplay that looks like the person's just really into it. Even if I don't know what it is, like they're super into it, they'll be able to help me out on what to have them do. And I also look for cosplay that like I've never seen before. Like if I see someone walking around like I've never seen that, I go up and just ask them what they're from, and I'll throw them in there. And the last one is I look for cosplay that I know is popping at the time. So like Harley Quinns and things like that that were recently popping. You know, you want to put that stuff in your videos solely because good thumbnails. And they help drive views, so that's just realistic. That's what I look for. But as far as like, I don't like discriminate on cosplay or anything. Like I'm not like, oh, you don't match the body type, I can't record you. I've recorded plenty of people, you know, outside of the body type for a specific cosplay. That stuff doesn't matter to me at all. As long as it just looks like it's well made and that they're enjoying it, I'm totally down to record them. Hey Cody, will you ever? Oh, this is T. I don't know how to say this. Kaname Kingdom. Hey Cody, will you ever come to KatsuCon one day? I will go to KatsuCon one day. It's not this year, but I will definitely be at KatsuCon eventually. My goal is next year, but we'll see what happens. This year would have been great because it's so warm out. I just saw Close Quarters Cosplay. He just posted a picture of what the weather's supposed to be like there, and I'm like, dang. I wish, man. I wish. But I can't do it this year. Miss Ravenclaw says, how do I get my parents to let me go to cons? I'd really love some advice. I don't have an answer for this. If anybody has answers for Miss Ravenclaw, let me know in the chat. I don't have an answer for this because I didn't start going to cons until I was like 19. So I was old enough to be able to do whatever I wanted. I had a car, you know. I would just maybe show them videos of cons, like to show them that it's not, like show them what exactly it is. That it's not like a bunch of crazy people, though that videos might not help. But this is actually a good idea. Maybe I'll make a video addressing parents directly. I've never thought about this. I've had a lot of young people ask me or be like, I can't go to cons because my parents won't let me. I think I should definitely make a video directed at parents. I do have a video talking about, I don't even remember what it's called now. If you go back through my stuff, I have a video talking about why you go to cons. It's explaining conventions to people who've never been to a convention. I think I made it last year and it got a lot of views. It did really well. It got shared around a lot. Go look for that video. It tells exactly what a con is and like what's going on. That might help your parents be more okay with it. But I might make a video, just addressing parents and trying to convince them that it's cool. Like, cons are not bad. Your child's gonna be fine. So yeah, maybe I'll do that. We'll see. And now the chat is coming in hard, so I gotta go back up and see, look for any questions I missed. Excuse me, talking a lot is more difficult than you would think. PG Girl says, following all my favorite cosplayers during Katsu Crunch is so inspiring. I bet. Follow Bella Boo says to follow cosplayers around the same skill level. Watching other people's work hard makes me want to. I agree. That's great inspiration and motivation. Art Fairy says, if you were to do a cosplay, who would you cosplay? I don't know. I said for a while that I want to cosplay somebody who has a camera, solely because I always have a camera. So like Leonard, I don't remember his name, something like that. Leonardo, whatever. From, pretty sure that was his name. Leo. From, Kekai Sensen. He always has a camera. There's always Peter Parker. I don't really know. I'm not overly interested in cosplaying, to be honest. I know that kind of sucks for some of you guys. You'd probably like to see me cosplay more. It'd be more relatable to you guys. But I love the video stuff. The video is where my heart lies. It's my passion. So cosplay is not my passion. It is not where my heart lies. I know it is for probably all of you guys, but it's just not for me. I love the community. I love everything about cons, but that's not what it is for me. So we'll see if I ever do. Oh, Jack from Jack and Dexter. If I were to be like, I'm gonna buckle down and do this and not worry about the camera, I wanted to cosplay Jack for so long because I actually have his body type, very close to his body type. He's short and kind of stocky, and especially in like Jack 3, I would love to do his armor from Jack 3. That would be like awesome to me. David Navarrete, I don't know how to say that. Says, what did your parents first think when you started going to cons? They were cool with it. When I went to the first one, they're like, cool, that's fun. Then I will never forget, it was 2013. It's the year I started convention reviews. I told my mom, I was like, hey, I'm going to go to 5 conventions this year. Which now thinking about that, not a lot. And I remember she was like, oh, really? You want to do that? It's a waste of your time and money. Like, don't do that. And I was like, no. Because this is at the time where I'm like, I was working at Kroger then, and I'm like, no, I'm going to do this, like, one last hurrah, and then I'm going to really break down, I'm going to be an adult, I'm going to get a real job, and forget this. And so I went to Anime Midwest, that was my first of the 5 for that year, and started convention reviews, and never effing looked back. Just started adding more cons on, more and more, quit Kroger, because they were douchebags, and wouldn't let me do a lot of stuff, got another job that lets me do what I want to do, and I realized being an adult is way effing overrated. And I don't know what my parents think of it now, but I think they think I'm doing pretty good, at least because $10,000, I just had to pay taxes on YouTube money. I didn't make much. Don't think I made much. It was almost nothing. I don't want to get into how much I make on here, but it's not enough to even come close to being able to survive on. Not even a tiny bit close. But you still have to pay taxes on everything you make, so I think they were looking at that like, oh, he made something. Maybe this won't be a waste of time someday. So I don't know. I don't know what they really think, but they support me well enough at least. Air Gear ZX says, in the past you did video tours at cons. What happened to them and will they return? You said you want to make more videos in the future. Yeah, I did make video tours. I loved doing the video tours. I had a great time. I stopped doing them because they are an inconvenience. That's not to say I'll never do them again. I would like to do them again. Also, the GoPro I was using to do them, quality was horrible. I didn't like it. I have the GoPro Hero 5 now, which looks beautiful. I know how to color grade now, so I can make the cons look beautiful. I think maybe I will start doing the tours again. They were helpful to people. I had a lot of people tell me those tours really helped them. They were an inconvenience, and I don't want to put blame on anyone, but I really... Another train! I swear to God with this place. I need to move. Okay. It's like he was yelling at me. I don't want to put blame on anybody, but I stopped doing them, to be honest, because of the crew. The crew would get annoyed, because I'd often do it on Sunday morning when everyone's trying to pack up and they're getting ready to leave, and they'd get annoyed that I now have to walk around the entire convention. And then also, as I've gotten more popular, I have people come up to me, and I feel bad. There's been a couple of times where I'm doing a tour, and I'm like, hey, listen, I'm sorry. They come up and they're like, hey, I watch your channel. I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't stop walking. Like, I'm recording, I'm doing a tour right now. I'm so sorry. And it made me feel bad. But I will do tours again. I do miss them. I just have to remember to do them because it's been so long now. Show them that it's a safe environment. Okay, I guess that's for your parents. Are we talking about cons? We are. A lot of people just talking about parents, like your parents, how to convince your parents. Wow, that's pretty much all the comments. Okay, Alex1185 Hernandez says, hey, have one question. Which anime is your favorite one? Just asking. I have a couple different categories. My favorite finished / like short anime is Erased. That anime is so good. My favorite like medium-sized anime is Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. And my favorite all-time, it's not finished, but my favorite all-time anime that will never stop being my favorite. I've watched it for so long now, and it is really one of the driving forces that inspires me to be who I am as a person. It's taught me so many life lessons, and it really does make me keep pushing forward. I know that's crazy to say about an anime, but it really does, is One Piece. I love One Piece, die-hard fan. I would give up every single other anime on Earth, never be allowed to watch another anime again if I could just watch One Piece for the rest of my life. That's not a joke. I freaking love it. Can't get enough. Okay, it looks like people are talking amongst themselves. If you guys don't have any questions, we're gonna end the stream. But I'm glad to see you guys talking amongst yourselves. Okay, here we go. Miley Proctor. I think I'm saying that right. I'm going to my first con on Saturday. I've watched your videos, but any last minute advice? Last minute advice, just be confident. Did it say it was your first con? Yeah, this is your first con. Be confident. Go into that con. Don't be afraid to ask around whenever you need to find something. Look for where they have guidebooks and maps. They often have these at cons. Those will help you around the area. Also, I recommend learning the area quickly when you get there. The first thing I always do when we get to a new place is we walk around the location and we get a feel for it, so we kind of know where everything's at. We know where we're at. Try to find maybe places to eat, things like that. And then also talk to people. Don't be shy. I know it's easy to be shy, but remember, I know this is your first con, so remember that this is a different environment than what you're used to being in. These people are going to be much more accepting of you, no matter whether you're accepted in normal life or not. They're easily going to be much more accepting of you. Feel free to go up to talk to people. Good way to start conversations is to go and be like, hey, I love your cosplay, or I love the show or the game that your cosplay is from. Just, yeah, that's my biggest advice. Talk to people, try new things, and go to panels. I always recommend to go to panels in your first starting cons. I don't go to panels much anymore, but when I first started cons, I freaking loved panels. There's some really great panels. Go to some voice actor panels. Voice actors are hilarious. And I also recommend trying the rave. Seriously, just try it. A lot of people don't go to raves because they're like, oh, raves aren't my scene. And then I'm like, oh, really? And then they tell me they've never been to one. They just have preconceptions about what a rave is. A con rave is a con rave. It's not like a rave under the highway or wherever they hold raves at. I don't know. This is a con rave. You're going to be fine. You're going to be safe. But, I mean, still be smart. Watch your stuff. But try it. Please try it. Just to see if it's your thing. Okay. Mary Noir. Oh my god, names are like the end of me, I swear. Not sure if this has been asked, but what is the furthest you've traveled for a con, or do you stick to local cons? I go to all over the place. The furthest I've traveled is to Atlanta for DragonCon and MomoCon. I'll be back there this year, hopefully for MomoCon, definitely DragonCon, and definitely Anime Weekend Atlanta. I'm making that happen. So that's the furthest I've been. After this year, the furthest I will have been is California, as I plan to go there for Anime Expo. It would have been the Philippines, because I was thinking about going to this convention that's happening the same time I'm in the Philippines, but it's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen for me. We got too much packed tight in there. It would have been awesome to be like, the furthest I've been, literally the opposite side of the planet. But it's not going to happen this year. Okay. Mary Ann Crow says, what happened to Anime Week in Atlanta? Nothing happened to it. I'm going. I have every plan to, at least. Alex1185 Hernandez has another question. One question I forgot. One question. Remember, my friend always happen a lot of flights and cons. A lot. Can you tell me how to stop doing this over and over? What? I don't know what your question is. One question I forgot. One question. Remember, my friend always happen a lot of flights and cons. I have no idea what you're trying to ask. Your sentence doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to insult you, but I have no clue what you're trying to ask. Spirit Rulewood asks, am I caught up on the manga in One Piece? No, I'm not. Don't spoil, or I will ban you. I won't ban you, but I don't like spoilers. Okay. Peachy Gal says, was there anything last year, anime, video game, con, etc., that surprised you a lot or impacted your life more than you had expected? There is, but I don't think it's going to be in the vein that you're wanting me to answer. Oh, does it say... Oh, it does say fights. I can't read right. I'm sorry, Alex Hernandez. I'll answer your question first, then I'll go back to Peachy Gals. Getting in fights? I don't know. I have no idea. I've never gotten in fights at cons. It sounds like... I don't want to judge because I don't know your friend, but it sounds like your friend might be a hothead. I don't like to keep people in my life who are like that. So, I don't know what to say. I would probably unfriend them. Or sit them down and have an intervention and be like, you gotta stop doing this. This is ridiculous. Okay, Peachy Gal, to answer your question, surprised me. As far as an anime that surprised me, it was Erased for sure. I don't think any game surprised me. A con that surprised me was Dragon Con, but it shouldn't have surprised me. I should have known it was going to be insane. But, like, the biggest thing that surprised me in my life last year was, and this probably, it has nothing to do with, you said Exet, so, was travel videos. Honestly, I already knew I liked them, but I got way more into travel vlogs and travel videos, and it, like, changed my life. It changed my perspective on everything. It made me realize that I'm not doing what I need to be doing. So that was the biggest thing that impacted my life more than anything was finding travel videos and just finding how accessible travel can be was the biggest thing for me. Okay. Opinion on One Punch Man, never finished it. Watched 3 episodes, was good. I just got busy with other stuff. So I can't have a good opinion on it. Any Sailor Moon fans? I watched Sailor Moon when I was a kid. I freaking loved it. I haven't watched it as an adult, though. One other question. Do you collect nerd droids or anime figures? I don't know what nerd droids are. Nindroids. Nindroids. Not nerd. I can't read. Nindroids, I don't know what that is, but anime figurines, I did collect them. I don't anymore because now I see them as a waste of money and space. That's no hate on anybody that does. It's up to you what you want to do. I thought they were cool, but then I realized these are really expensive. I'm trying to save up to do things, really cool things. I guess my view and my perspective on life has shifted from things to experiences. So there's 2 big things people spend their money on. You either spend your money on material items or you spend your money on experiences, and I'm about experiences. So I don't buy a lot of material items. Skyscape said, oh wait, Rose Enchanted said, have you seen Yuri on Ice? I have not. Skyscape says, will you going to Anime Weekend Atlanta or MomoCon? I mentioned this earlier, might have just came in. I'm going to probably both of them. At least I'm trying to. Who's your favorite Sailor Scout? I have no idea. It's been so long since I've watched it. I don't remember, to be honest. Like, I was a little kid when I watched it. Nindroids are the chibi figures? Oh, cool. I don't know. Rose Enchanted said, Cody, do you have a U now? I don't even know what that is. Okay, that's it. I'm calling it. No more questions. Oh, wait, we got one more. I'll answer your one more that you just gave me. Would you, Gwen Brenner, would you ever come to Canada/Toronto for cons? I don't know where this con is at. I know it's in Canada. I don't know if it's in Toronto. I don't think it is. I don't know where Toronto is, apparently. I want to go to Anime North. That's not the one I was talking about. But I also want to go to the one I really want to go to in Canada more than any other con is Atomic Lollipop. I want to go to that con so bad. Like, it's burning inside of me. Maybe this year. God, I would love to go to Atomic Lollipop this year. It looks so good. If you guys don't know what Atomic Lollipop is, check it out because it's so freaking good. Oh my god, I can't get enough. Look it up. Look up Atomic Lollipop trailer. I think 2014. Oh, I have to go. Okay, that's it. I'm calling it. Another train's coming. I can hear it. How can there be another train already? We've only been streaming for an hour. 3 trains in an hour. That's ridiculous. Thank you guys so much for being in here with me for the podcast. Oh, I had something come up in the background. I don't know what just came up. I have a video capture device above my alerts. I need to go check what that is really quick before I leave you guys. I don't like to do that. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to have the alerts not coming up. We'll go see what it was really quick, and then I'm gonna get out of here because now I feel bad. I didn't realize we've probably been getting alerts and what's it called? Streamlabs, event list. No, dashboard. That's what we want. Oh, it was a donation from T. Kahneman Kingdom. I still can't say your name. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much for your tip. I really appreciate it. You guys rock. I couldn't do any of this stuff without you. And that's it. I do need to go before this train gets here. Thank you guys so much for watching, so much for sticking around. Let me know, do you guys want to see me stream a video game after this? Would any of you want to stick around and watch? I'm thinking about switching from Nier over to The Evil Within because I'm still on the horror kick. I'm loving Nier, but I want to do more horror. So I'm thinking about going over The Evil Within. What do you guys think? I'm going to get off here. I can still see your chat even when I stop the stream. So let me know. I'm going to stop the stream. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for watching. At home, well, I guess you're all at home. Thank you guys for watching. If you weren't here for the stream, watching it on YouTube later, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Oh crap, I need to do the, yeah, you guys can recommend games, but I don't own every game, and I can't go buying them because I have to save up for laptops and stuff. Hold on, I gotta do the exit thing. Okay, here we go. God, I'm still not used to streaming this. And the train's coming. Okay, don't forget there's links to all my equipment in the description. Also, you can follow my personal Instagram at Cody's World Travels. You can follow the Convention Reviews Instagram at the ACR Crew. And join the Facebook community. If you're on YouTube, there's a link in the description. And if not, I'm trying to end the show. Go on Facebook and look up Carnivores/Convention Reviews Community. I post there all the time along with the rest of the crew and hundreds of fans of the channel. That's it, guys. I'll see you next week. People are saying they want to see The Evil Within, so I'm streaming The Evil Within in like 10 minutes. So stick around. Peace out. Where's the stop button? Here it is.